Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a mod review. I'm going to be going through my mods personally and just talking about each one of them. They're on the screen right now. And I'm also going to talk about like why I use them and what the purpose of mods are for competitive AoE. And these are stuff that you guys can learn as well. Like mods can seem overwhelming, but they're actually very simple and they're just there to help you play the game better and make it a little bit cleaner and more visually appealing to you personally. And there's a lot of personal preference that goes into this stuff, kind of like hotkeys, where it's just about what works for you. Before I start talking about them, there's kind of friendly reminder here, guys, that we got a best of 21 tomorrow, me versus Doubt. This video is going down on Friday, so like today, and then tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, May 28th, May 29th, it's gonna be a best of 21 on my Twitch channel, guys. Come on down, link in the description below, twitch.tv/Hera. Want to see new faces there. And also another update for the YouTube channel. My editor was a little bit, away for the past 2 weeks. We managed just fine, but the high quality videos will be continuing starting in just a couple of days. So two very nice announcements there for the future, for the channels on Twitch and YouTube. So that's very exciting stuff. And without further ado, let's go into the mods. So the first one, which I believe this is the most important one. It's been there for a long time. It's called No More Plants. What this does is if you open up the base games, actually, hold on. The tree mod might be more important, actually. Okay, we'll talk about the No More Plants, then I'll talk about the tree mod first. So No More Plants, these plants, there's like shrubbery everywhere on the ground, and it doesn't actually do anything. The makers of the DE game, or like the definitive edition, they put these for aesthetically, appealing. I don't know, just like decorations on the field to make it look more like full. But it actually ends up being super distracting, and you don't know what's like what you need to wall and what's like a tree and what's a plant, and it gets so confusing in certain maps. So you definitely just want to get this mod. It cleans up your game so much. And the next one is, or the first one, probably the most important one, and you can get any kind of small tree mod. You can get the classic small trees. I recommend the identical pine trees with grid shadow from AnHK. This one is absolutely insane. You can sell like, these are the trees on Serengeti, and then after you get pine trees that are super easy to see. It's so easy on the eye. It might look ugly at first. I actually didn't like it at first, but I swear a few games in, and now I can't play without this mod. It's simply too important for me. But like I said, any small tree mod will be good for you. You pick the one you like. This is the one I use. And okay, we went through No More Plants. These are very important to clean up the game and make it easier to see where to wall. Next up, we've got the grid mod. Now, the purpose of a grid mod is simply to understand where to wall and understand how many tiles there are in a certain area very quickly. Because like, I can play just fine without this mod. I can play just fine. It's not a big deal for most of my gameplay. But when it comes to like specific things like placing a castle on a hill or like walling up or like placing a town center, sometimes I need to see like the tiles on the ground. It also helps sometimes I count the tiles for a tower just to see how much range I can find or how much range there is. So that's another bonus to it. But it's overall just a really nice mod to have, and I personally use a very light version, so yeah, definitely getting a mod for it works. You could use the in-game version, but that's way too dark in my opinion, so I go for the mod version, and I recommend that highly. Next up, we got another one from AnHK. It's the better resource panel and idle villager icon. I actually don't use this one. I just got it right now. I want to start using it because I think it's really good. I noticed that a lot of times I have trouble looking at my resources or like looking at my idle villagers when there's a lot going on. So I want to take something that makes it pop up a little bit more. And I thought this is the one to go with. And so I'm going to be trying this one out, guys. I will let you know how I like it. But in theory, it looks really good because it makes everything that you need to see stand out a lot more. Like you can see like the 6 on stone. It's a lot harder to see in the first one. So I think it's going to be a really positive change for me personally. And this is the kind of things I look for when I look for a mod. I just look for something that makes the game easier for me to play ever so slightly. It doesn't matter if it's just a little thing. The whole game is about these little things adding up anyways. So definitely highly recommend this one from what I see in theory, but we'll try it out myself now. Next up, we've got fish borders. There's actually a new fish borders from AnHK that I want to try, but any fish border mod is really good because it can be really hard to see the different shore fishes on the map and the deep sea fish without the border. And I personally don't know how you play water maps without this mod. It's super important. The reason it's not higher up on the list is because not every map is water, but my god, on water maps this is so important, and like nomad and stuff. So it basically just draws a square around every fish and makes it super clear where it is and how many there are. So pretty simple. Next I use another one from AnHK, and it's bigger and eye-catching relics. It just puts a star on the relic and makes the relic bigger. This is because I've scrolled past relics plenty of times, and I had a lot of trouble seeing relics on my minimap when playing like King of the Desert, like the desert style map. I just had trouble seeing relics, and like you guys know how important relics are in certain games. Like if you miss a relic, that's like you not only do you not get it, your opponent can now get that relic. So it's just such a big thing to miss relics that I got this mod, and I don't want to scroll over a relic again, basically, and it's been working out really well for me. It's not even distracting at all. It's like perfect. I really like it. Next up is actually a mod that one of my mods on Twitch made for me. So shout out Hamburgers. But yeah, it's a Green Arabia mini map. So like here you can see it's a desert Arabia. Like in the back, you know how you can get desert maps like Serengeti, Arabia. It doesn't matter. Your mini map will be green, and this is, in my opinion, probably one of the best mods I've gotten recently. It's such a big help because I hate the desert mini map. I can't see any gold on it. I can't see relics on it. I can't see shit on it. It's the only reason I lost King of the Desert 4 times in a row, bro. It's just unplayable for me with the desert mini map. So I'm happy finally I got the green mini map. Gonna come in strong for King of the Desert 5. No shot I lose it this time. You know what I mean? So, anyways, highly recommend this mod if you're like me and you struggle with the desert mini map. It's a really good mod. And lastly, we've got the no stumps. Now, this is only for certain maps like Serengeti that have the bao trees. They're like big trees with 200 wood, and then when you chop them, they have like a stump that is completely useless. You can't click it. It's in fact a hole in your wood line, but it looks like a tree at first glance. So it just completely messes you up. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna get this mod, and it removes the stumps. So as soon as the tree, gets finished, it just disappears, which is much better for gameplay because there's not going to be any random holes in your wall, and if there is, you're going to be able to see it. So it's not the most important mod because it's not for every map, but it's still really useful when it does come up. So those are the 8 mods I use, guys. It's really not too complicated as far as getting into competitive AoE from the mods perspective. You can pick up these 8 and you can be totally fine. And there are some other ones you can use as well. Like there's plenty of ones I saw that makes the animals bigger, like the boars bigger if you guys have trouble like luring them or seeing them. And there's plenty of other mods out there that just help you in the little things, in the small things that make the games easier. There's one that puts a little exclamation mark over your idle villagers. So if you're having trouble with idle villagers, I recommend getting that one. Personally, I'm just insane. I never have idle, so I don't use it. Now, the real reason is I find that a little bit distracting, so I don't take it. But if you're having trouble with idols, you can just pick up that mod. It helps a lot, and there's no shame in playing with mods. Never ever, I don't know if it's a real thing, but never ever think that one mod is for noobs or this mod is for this particular type of player. There's no such thing. You just take a mod. If it helps you, it's good. And my theory is that if it helps you at low level, it's going to help you at high level. You're going to take it through. It's all about personal preference, and I think it has very little to do with skill level. So that's all I have to say about mods, guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. And like I said, just a last reminder, YouTube videos will be picking up in the next few days. And we're going to go back to normal daily videos with some clips in the evening. And then we're also going to have a best of 21 on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Hera this weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.